Boom, ba-da-dum. Howdy, welcome to BanjoBenClark.com. I'm Banjo Ben, your freezing host here on the site that teaches you how to play banjo guitar. And this week is Mandolin week. There's an old fiddle tune called Cold Frosty Morning that you just heard me play that honestly I haven't been familiar with for very long. It just seems that over the past few weeks I've had several friends on social media post about it, and the tune just got stuck in my head. And then we got like lots of snow here in Nashville, which is pretty uncommon. In fact, I'll show you a few pictures of the cabin and the pavilion here currently outside. So I thought, what a great one to teach, and let's make it a lot of fun. Let's do like a harmony mandolin duet of Cold Frosty Morning. So we're going to have a lot of fun with this one. Here's the way I want to approach this, kind of like a build-a-break, in that we're going to start with what I call the target notes. So we're going to break this melody down to just the main notes that you have to have, and then we're going to learn a scale, actually two different scales that teach you how to connect those, and then we'll also learn the actual solo and the harmony that I played here. If you're watching somewhere else beside BanjoBenClark.com, you know you can come over, join as a Gold Pick member, and get access to this and hundreds of other lessons. If you're already watching on the site, you got everything you need, include the jam track MP3s that you can practice along with. Let's go! Let's learn a little bit about the tune before we actually jump into what the melody is. Cold Frosty Morning has been around for many, many years, maybe a couple hundred years. I don't know exactly, but lots of people have recorded it, and they've done it under the title Cold Frosty Morning, or also just Frosty Morning. An old fiddle tune book that I have that I looked it up in just calls it Frosty Morning. Now, it does have a very standard fiddle tune structure that a lot of tunes share. That's an A part that's 8 measures long, and then it will repeat that. And then it will go to a B part that's 8 measures long and repeat that. And that B part's going to have a little different melody and a little different chord progression, and maybe you pick that up. Now, this is really interesting because it starts off in a minor key. It starts off in A minor, and then it goes into the B part. It goes to A major just for a little while, and it goes back to the minor. So that's one of the things that I think makes this tune really catchy. And we'll talk more about the chords whenever we learn the rhythm to this song later in the lesson, and the harmony as well. Now, as far as learning the tune, I want to take an approach this time that we've done before, and that's where we boil the fiddle tune down to just the basic anchor notes or target notes, whatever you want to call it. It's like if I stripped away all the notes, what's the least amount of notes that I have to play to make you say, hey, is that Cold Frosty Morning? And then once we learn those, once we actually have those in our heart and in our mind, then we can talk about scales that we can begin to fill around those anchor and target notes to create our own melody, our own solos, our own improvisation, and also learn the version that I played for you. So what are those target notes? Well, let me explain to you what I think they are. Check it out. The A part, we're going to climb up to that A note. Okay, so it's like 50 degrees in this cabin, and I'm dealing with some tuning issues, so bear with me. And then we're going to walk right up the scale. Now, here's the interesting thing. We're going to repeat that idea, but drop everything in whole step and do it over the G chord. Okay, so measures 1 and 3 are a little different, but regardless, the main thing that we need to realize and know is that we're hanging around the root note of the chord that we're playing. So we're climbing up to the A, we're over in A minor, and then walking up the scale. And then again. That's pretty cool. And then we have some repeating in the next line. And then to finish out the A part, what do we have there, measure 9? We've got the third of the A minor scale down to the root, and then again we do that over G. There's the third of the G major scale down to the root. Okay, so it's just taking these two chords and presenting kind of the same idea to you over both of those chords, over an A minor and then over a G. And we're going to use the same scale to connect both of those. It gets to be a lot of fun. Now, of course, whenever we're playing this song, we're going to repeat that A part, and then we go into the B part. And here's the B part target notes. We're going to jump up, start on the open A string, and this is over an A major chord. That'll make more sense later. But we're going to start on the E note and then jump up to the root that's way up here. Then we go back to a G chord, and it kind of sounds like old Joe Clark. Again, that line. And then a really neat and memorable motif happens in the second part of the B part. It's going to climb up the A major or A minor scale. And then we have the ending just like the ending of the A part. So here's what I want to do next. I want to play through this target note version with you, and I want you to repeat it enough to where you have it in your mind and you have it in your heart. Then what we're going to do next is cover some scales to begin connecting those target notes to eventually arrive at the version that I played, and hopefully your own improvised, created version as well. Then we'll learn the harmony, and then we'll also talk about the rhythm. So for now, let's play the rhythm track and play through this target note version at least a couple of times. You repeat that till you have it in your mind, then we'll press on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now repeat that. The A part. Now the B part. Another B part. That was fun. Okay, keep in mind that I have rhythm tracks that are slower than that right below this video, if you're watching here on the site, where you can practice that target note version until you get it deep down in your heart. Now we're going to press on with some scales that you need to know to be able to play this song, and then we'll learn the harmony and the rhythm parts as well.